What's the buzz? This is Zeta Beetle, and welcome back to TGIF. In this episode, we make an official start on the High Flying Saga. So what this means is, after I get through with the first clip, we are in yet another Wild Week where we are going to be doing some gliding challenges, so join me for that. First things first, we're going to finish off the legendary quests for Slone. That is to say, we're going to be grabbing some alien devices and activating the countermeasure device at Corny Complex. Pay close attention to this if you haven't played through Chapter 2 Season 7, because this is going to be key to the season finale. But I'm not going to spoil too much about it. I'm just going to leave you to piece it together exactly what's going to happen. Although then again, with how I am telling you that this is going to be instrumental for the season finale, I think you can already judge for yourself what could be happening at that point. So I'm going to be avoiding the Corny Complex for a little bit because there are no alien devices there, and I need to collect all 3 alien devices so that the scouts don't detect me, and then I need to go into Corny Complex and get the countermeasure device activated. It kinda seems a bit premature to activate the countermeasure device so early when there are a few weeks left before the major operation begins. And I would know because, post-match commentary, But then again, I'm not sure, I'm not entirely sure what they mean by activated. I think, given that it doesn't explode in the next few weeks, it doesn't mean to prime it for detonation yet. But I'm guessing it means to arm it and see if it would actually turn on, and thus it would be ready to do its dirty work during the season finale. But regardless, I'm heading down to this area to see where that alien device happens to be, and it happens to be right here. It's a somewhat weird purple spear, essentially. Like, it's just, well, given its alien technology, that would be normal for them. But for the denizens of the island, and even somebody from a different dimension like yours truly, they are completely alien in origin and function. So, yeah. That's basically what I'm talking about when I say strange. Anyway, I'm heading over to this marker over here to see exactly where the next alien device is going to be, and once I secure the next and final alien device, I will then be heading back to Corny Complex in order to activate the countermeasure device. So, there's that. The devices are not always directly on the markers, so you have to kind of do a little bit of guesswork and observation to see exactly where each device is. And there's that random quest item ping. So now that I have gotten the last alien object, it's time to head on back to the Corny Complex in order to activate the device in question. This would be the very last thing that I did during the 25th, or yeah, the 25th of August, because every other clip for the next little bit is going to be from the 26th of August. So there we go. Sorry, my eyes kind of bother me here. Anyway, I'm just heading on over to the basement of their little farm base. It's actually kind of clever that they have disguised their base of operations as a farm, because the aliens don't really suspect the base at all. So here we go. We've got the countermeasure device up and running. So it's in position and ready to go. So now we are in the high-flying week. So now the challenge is to damage opponents within 20 seconds of gliding. So honestly speaking, as soon as you land, the timer starts ticking down until it hits the 20-second mark, and then you have to either hit a launch pad or use a column of air created by an abductor. Here I got some massive progress on stage number 1 of the challenge. As you can see, about 100 damage was dealt in just 20 seconds. No continuations here. Just basic, just a basic skydive scene, and this time I'm going to be getting the quest to land at a named location. This is a bit longer than the previous round, but still not exactly the longest round in the whole thing. That comes next, by the way. So here we go. I'm just basically searching around in this abductor, or on this abductor, trying to see exactly what I can do here. And speaking of which, remember how I said that I came up with better strategies in later experiments conducted by the aliens? In this saga, you're going to see exactly how far I have progressed in that exact field. Because, yeah, the fact of the matter is, there is a significant improvement that you can definitely see. But as for right now, we are right in the middle of the thing trying to abduct me, and I'm trying to do as much as I can before getting abducted. But here, this guy makes that pretty much impossible, because he sneaks up on me, and before I can do really anything much against him, he takes me down, and then gets abducted himself by the abductor. So there's that. And now we have stumbled across the longest round of the episode. 9 whole minutes long. And it is right next to the second longest at 6:52. So, yeah. The episode started off with a 6-minute clip, and it ends with a little bit, quite a bit over 6 minutes, almost 7 to be more precise. So yeah, the thing about it is, most of this is basically me trying to. Most of this is me trying to get an opponent to get some significant progress within the 20 seconds that I was allotted from the time that I was landed from the gliding to the time that I hit the opponent and take them down with any type of weapon. In this case, a heavy assault rifle. Now the thing about it is, while yes, I will admit that the heavy assault rifle is very powerful, the firing rate is still slower than I would like. So I will still gravitate more towards the SCAR or OG assault rifle than I will the heavy assault rifle, if given the choice. But if they don't let me have a choice between a assault rifle with a firing rate of at least 5, then I will make do with what I do have a choice with. Unless, of course, it is so slow that I just absolutely cannot work with it. Yes, I'm looking at you, pump shotgun. Aside from the times where you would be able to pump him in the head and one-shot him, there's literally no way that I would be able to use a shotgun with the firing rate of 0.6 or 0.68 in the case of apparently the Sharptooth, from what Jester has told me. So the thing about it is, the slower the firing rate, the more I and Jester struggle with it. Pretty well every character on this channel struggles with anything that has a slow firing rate, so it's nothing real new. Of course, then again, we are... I'm just going to stop talking right now about that. Anyway, let's go on ahead and move on with the rest of the round here, and typically an abductor would be around here, but I believe they have randomized locations similar to the Avengers Quinjets and whatever of Chapter 2, Season 4, from what Jester has told me. He's also told me that that's the exact pattern that the Imperial shuttles have taken back in Chapter 3, when Darth Vader came on the island. I believe it was Chapter 3, Season 3. But regardless, it was when Darth Vader came on the island. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. The only real reason why I even like Darth Vader in the first place is because, like, he has a really cool looking suit, and he was legitimately a threat compared to his master, who only really was a threat to Luke Skywalker, and even then he was thrown off the thrown into the reactor of the Death Star by his own apprentice. So that's kind of been a point of contention for me. Though I will give credit where credit is due. At the time, that was the only way people knew Darth Sidious, and thus he could be excused for doing it. But the thing that really irks me is the fact that he also does something very similar in the sequel trilogy, and on top of that is taken down, literally killed, by the same trick twice. Like, no, he's not exactly killed by his own lightning in episode 6, but in episode 3, there was a fight between him and one of the other characters, which I won't get into right now, in which he almost dies. And the fact that he did not learn from that fight, and the fact that we as the viewers were shown that fight, really lost him some points. So yeah, Darth Sidious, despite being an expert level manipulator, and that's really the only way in which I would consider him to be that much of a threat, aside from him ordering the second Death Star to fire upon the enemy. That's really the only way that I would consider Darth Sidious a threat. I'm sorry. I know that he is smart and that he would rather manipulate his way to victory, but in all perfect honesty, when you consider his record in episode 3, it leaves a lot to be desired. Especially against, especially in the climax, when literally 2 fights are going on at once. And, basically speaking, him being the most powerful of his side of the Force, it was actually astonishing to see him do so well against his greatest enemy. So, if you haven't seen episode 3, I'm not trying to spoil too much, but I would highly suggest that you look past the writing and watch the duels. Alrighty, now we're on to the last round of the episode, and the challenge is pretty much the same as the previous, so I'm not going to bore you with the details. All I'm going to do here is simply tell you of the strategy I employ once I get to it. So yeah, unless I get onto another tangent like I did last round, oh yeah, and I also get the challenge to hit weak points, but hey, who's counting that, right? At least at this point in time. Honestly speaking, the only reason why I'm putting this onto YouTube is to give you a little peek into my backstory here, and on top of that, it's just backlog that I'm trying to get rid of. So yeah. Sorry for dumping this so late onto the YouTube circuit, but hey, you know what? that's what I get for joining in November of the same year. So, yeah. Here, I'm just basically waiting for the abductor to take me into the experiment area, into the mothership. And here we go. I'm not sure if it's exactly this episode in which I get to show you guys how much I've improved in this experiment, but I'll definitely get to show you in the next episode, because I was researching that thoroughly today, and I have to say, it was going pretty well. I was consistently getting pretty high in the vault. So, let's see how I do here. The vault orbs are now dropping. So let's see how soon I decide to go after them, and how long I just simply collect time orbs instead. It looks like I am already employing that strategy, to be honest with you guys. Yeah, it very much does look like that's the case. So I'm just grabbing this vault orb now. And, well, not vault orb, the time orb. And that was a previous time orb wasted. Oh well. At this point, I was thinking that I had an opportunity to grab the vault orb, and then I definitely did right there, because my vault tier just got upgraded to green. I loved those stacked time orbs back in the day. They were so helpful. Like, I could gather as much time as I wanted pretty quickly. And honestly speaking, with a few limits, the time orb strategy like this just kind of it's just really helpful. Like, here's why it's so helpful, okay? Just bear with me as I explain this. Everyone else is collecting those vault orbs, trying to get as many gold chests as they can, and why not? Because those golden weapons are some of the most powerful on the island. And they can only grab 4 before they get sent back to the island. So, with that being the case, while they're collecting their 4, I'm just going around here collecting all these time orbs and waiting for them to all clear out, and then when it's thinned down enough to where I don't have to worry about an opponent grabbing a vault orb in my place or shooting me off and costing me valuable time, I can then go on to grab as many vault orbs as I so choose within the time limit that I've accumulated. This time, however, it didn't work quite as well as I'd hoped, because I got the blue. However, it is worth noting that this was probably my first time actually employing this strategy, and thus it's not going to be perfect at first. But in the next episode, you're going to see exactly how far it takes me, because that is pretty dang far. Anyway, I'm going to be heading over to the island very soon, and I'll be I believe I'm heading to the abductor here, because that would help me to get the get to consistent air, and thus I would be able to go and glide as many times as I need in order to get this challenge done as soon as possible. But that's going to be in the next episode, because as for right now, I'm going to be signing off very, very, very soon. About as soon as this bunny takes me out. So there we go. And that seems to be all the time I have for today. Join me in the next episode when I damage opponents within 20 seconds of gliding, search chests, and hit weak points. In the meantime, though, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Until then... adios, amigos!